Top 10, the world's highest paid CEOs. As we all know that CEOs make a handsome amount, as they have struggled a lot to get there. Some CEOs got the position due to their efforts and intelligence, but some get this opportunity due to their parents. As you know, we are going to talk about the top 10 highest paid CEOs, so you might be thinking that the CEOs of the biggest companies will be the highest paid. No, it is not true. Being the CEO of the world's biggest company does not mean that you are highly paid. If we talk about Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world, he is CEO of Amazon, but if we look at his salary as CEO, then it's just $81,840 per year. So now let's talk about the highest paid CEOs and their salaries. You might not know about some of them, and some of them might surprise you. Well, we will see their role as CEO, and we'll talk about their journey too. Number 10. Shantanu Narayen. If you are working in any kind of creative field, then you might be paying some part of this man's salary whenever you open software. Shantanu Narayen is the CEO of Adobe with a great salary of $39.1 million. The salary of a median employee in the company is around $147 to $110. This is the amount Shantanu Narayen was getting before getting the position of CEO, and now he's earning 266 times higher than that. Adobe's annual revenue is almost $11.2 billion. Now let's take a look at Shantanu's background and how he came all the way to this position. Shantanu Narayen is actually from India and earned a bachelor's degree in electronics and communication engineering. After this, he went to the United States of America. From the University of California, Berkeley, he received his MBA. After completing his education, he started his career without wasting any time. His first job was at Apple, and he worked as the director of desktop and collaboration products. He worked for Silicon Graphics as well, and kept on increasing his ranks. In 1998, he started his job as a senior vice president of worldwide product research at Adobe. He worked hard and made himself a good choice for the CEO of the company. In 2007, he became the CEO and rose the company using his extraordinary skills. Adobe became a Fortune 400 company under the guidance of this man. Shantanu keeps his family so private, that's why we don't have any kind of information about them right now. Number 9. Bill McDermott. If you are not huge in the tech scene, then you might not have heard of Bill McDermott. Now you might be thinking, why am I mentioning the tech scene? Let me tell you. Bill McDermott is CEO of software company ServiceNow. His annual salary is $41.7 million, and the salary of median employees at the company starts from $223,000, which is huge, and the second highest salary of median employees on our list. You might be thinking, if the company is paying this much to the workers, then how much it earns? Let me answer this first. ServiceNow earns $3.5 billion per year, so it is not difficult for them to pay thousands of dollars to their employees. Now, let's talk about Bill's life. He started his business when he was just 16 years old. Firstly, he bought a delicatessen on a Long Island for $7,000. The deli influenced Bill's life a lot. Bill studied business at Dowling College and ran the deli at the same time. He used to pay his college fee from the money earned by deli, and according to me, it was a great move. After completing his studies, he started looking for a job and ended up at Xerox. He worked there for 17 years on different posts before being appointed the executive vice president of Sybil System. After working at Xerox, he worked in SAP America, a software company based in Germany. In 2002, he became the CEO of the company, and in 2014, he was appointed as SEO of SAP American as a whole, and became the first American to get this position. In SAP, he amazed everyone with his intelligence. Under his guidance, the market value of the company increased from $39 billion to $159 billion. Bill switched over to ServiceNow after some time and got the seat of CEO of the company. We don't know the reason why he switched. It might be the salary. Number 8. Lachlan Murdoch. You'll be surprised to know that all CEOs on our list are self-made, but Lachlan Murdoch is not. He is the current CEO of Fox Corporation. His total compensation in 2019 was $42 million, which is a lot of money. The annual revenue of Fox Corporation is $11.4 billion, so paying $40 million to the CEO is easy for them. If we look at the background of Lachlan, then he was born into a super rich family. Lachlan's father, Rupert Murdoch, was the owner of a news corporation. Lachlan lived in New York City and attended school in Aspen. As his father was already successful, he did not need any degree, but still, he studied and got a bachelor's degree from Princeton in philosophy. He moved to Australia at the age of 18 to work with his father. Lachlan learned about how everything works, and when he turned 20, he got the position of general manager of Queensland newspaper. He kept finding things out. He used to go to the media business, and soon he became the publisher of Australia's first national newspaper, Australian. After this, Lachlan worked for News Limited, and after some time, he was appointed as deputy CEO in 1995. Just after 1 year in 1996, he got the seat of executive director, and after 4 years in 2000, he became deputy chief operating officer. He kept on learning and struggling, and his role climbed to executive vice president and then chairman. A friend of Lachlan gave him the advice to invest in one tower, but it did not work out and the money was wasted. Due to this, the company faced a lot of loss and Lachlan agreed to a $40 million settlement. After this, he founded Illyria Pty, a private investment company. Then he returned to the family business in 2014 and became the co-chairman of the News Corporation. After some time, he became the executive chairman of Fox Corporation, and in 2019, he got the position of CEO of the company. Number 7. Satya Nadella. I'm sure that you know about Microsoft, but do you know who is the CEO of Microsoft? If you don't know, then it's Satya Nadella. The total compensation of Satya Nadella as CEO is $42.9 million, and the salary of an average employee is $172,000 per year. Satya is mainly from India and got his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Monopole Institute of Technology. After completing his studies, he started his career and worked at Sun Microsystems. In 1992, he joined Microsoft and became the third CEO of the company. Under his guidance, revenue grew from $16.5 billion to $20.3 billion, which shows his dedication to the work. Number 6. Miguel Patricio. Miguel Patricio is the CEO of Kraft and earns $43.3 million. The salary of an average employee in the company starts from $42,600, so Miguel is earning 1,014 times higher than an average employee. He was born in Portugal and went to Brazil for studies. After completing his studies, he worked in multiple companies like Coca-Cola, Philip Morris, and Johnson & Johnson. He also worked in Anheuser-Busch as the chief marketing officer. After this, he joined Kraft and became CEO of the company in no time. He is still working there as CEO and earning a handsome amount. Number 5. David Zaslav. David Zaslav is the CEO of Discovery, which might be your favorite channel. His total compensation as CEO was $45.8 million in 2019. David is mainly from New York and studied at Boston University School of Law. After completing his studies, he worked as an attorney before working for NBC Universal. He mainly worked as a president of domestic television and cable. In 2007, he moved to Discovery as the CEO. Just a year later, the company started trading as a public company for the first time under the guidance of David. He also launched Investigation Discovery, which went pretty well and became one of the fastest growing networks in the United States. Number 4. John C. Plant. John C. Plant is the oldest CEO on our list, and he is working as the CEO of Howmet Aerospace. His total 2019 salary was $51.7 million, whereas the salary of a common employee in the company starts from $55,400. John C. Plant has worked in the automotive industries for a long time. He had been the president of the United Kingdom-based automotive parts company, Lucas Variety Automotive. He also remained CEO of Arconic Incorporated for 2 years and left it. In the last, he joined Howmet Aerospace. It is an aerospace company that manufactures aerospace components like jet engines. Number 3. Lisa Su. Here comes a woman CEO, Lisa Su, the current CEO of Advanced Micro Devices. You might not know about this company, but you use their products every day. The total salary of Lisa Su in 2019 was $58.5 million. If we take a look at the salary of an average employee, then it starts from $96,800. Lisa Su was born in Taiwan. When she was 3 years old, she moved to the United States. Lisa was so interested in technology-related things, so she found her way to the same industry. She went to MIT to study electrical engineering. She did her master's and PhD there. After doing multiple jobs, she joined Advanced Micro Devices and boosted the business with her skills. Number 2. Bob Swan. Bob Swan is the current CEO of Intel. His total compensation in 2019 was almost $66.9 million, which is the second highest salary on our list. Bob has worked in almost every role. Firstly, he worked at General Electronic and became the CEO of Transportation Systems and later of the medical system of the company. He also worked as CFO of General Electronic Lighting, VP of Finance, CFO of Webvan, CFO of eBay, and CFO of HP Enterprise Services. After working in all these industries, he was ready to become the CEO of American multinational corporation and technology company Intel. So he joined the company in 2018 and showed his extraordinary skills. Number 1. Sundar Pichai. Now we are going to talk about the highest paid CEO in the world, Sundar Pichai. He is the current CEO of Alphabet with a starting compensation of $280.6 million. Sundar Pichai studied at the Indian Institute of Technology and got a degree in metallurgical engineering. After this, he got his MBA from the University of Pennsylvania and started his career. In 2004, he started working at Google as a material engineer. While working for Google, He made some beneficial developments like Google Maps, Gmail, and Android. In 2019, he was appointed as the CEO of Alphabet. He's known for speaking less in meetings, and he is considered a very thoughtful person. So, we are done with the list of the top 10 the world's highest paid CEOs. Share your thoughts about it and let me know in the comments if you think they are getting overpaid or they should make more. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button, and I will catch you all in the next video.